Welcome back to Devil's Advocate. I have the devil across me, and we'll get back to where we left off from, Advani ji. What is this proximity that you've always had to Advani? I mean, you were almost part of the family at one stage.
Well, I'm not sure about part of the family. I think that's an exaggeration which you intend to be flattering, but once again is one of your delightful innuendos where you're suggesting to the audience that he's so close to Advani, there's something suspicious about the relationship.
Not suspicious.
Leave the innuendo aside. The truth is that there was a time when perhaps Mr. Advani had given me more interviews than perhaps he'd given anyone else.
Why?
Because I think he found that these were challenging, useful, and objectively and honestly done.
And you were always polite.
No, I wasn't actually. That's the truth, because the reason we haven't had interviews from Mr. Advani for the last 3 years is because, and this you can confirm by talking to the gentleman who runs my channel, Rajdeep Sardesai, that the second last interview was one that Mr. Advani didn't like. He didn't want it to go on air. He wanted it changed. I said that I saw no reason why to change it. I'd done an honest, objective interview.
But tell me, why do all your guests come to you with such delight?
But can I finish the Advani question first? Okay. That interview with Mr. Advani, he didn't like. He wanted it changed. I said I saw no reason to change it. Rajdeep stood by me, and he was very honourable in doing so. The interview went on air as recorded. Mr. Advani was extremely upset. He didn't give another interview. After a lapse of 2 years, he agreed to do one. 10 minutes into the recording, and this was the first interview that he was giving before the 2009 elections, he objected. He thought that the tone wasn't right, and he got up at the commercial break and left. And that interview didn't happen either.
But why do so many people
I'm simply
get up?
mentioning this is because, well, the answer to that is
Narendra Modi got up, Ram Jethmalani got up.
And Ram Jethmalani's getting up got me an Asian Television Award. So I must admit,
So do you actually do this on purpose? I have a feeling you drive people insane. You drive them insane enough so that they get up and leave. They say Karan is a rude son of a gun, and then the next day Karan sends them in typical British style a lovely charming letter with a bouquet. Do you still send a bouquet of roses?
I don't send a bouquet of roses. I never did, but I always send a letter to thank them. I think that's polite to do. But you know, your question, why do people get up and leave? I don't make them get up and leave, and very few have. And the truth is, even those who did get up and leave have returned, with the exception of Narendra Modi. And in Narendra Modi's case, he rang me up the next day to say that he would give interviews again, and he said, I love you very much. I'm not sure what he meant by that, but he did say.
Neither do I know what he meant by that. Other than the fact that you love Advani and Narendra Modi, give me one politician in India you love and one you detest.
Are you using the word love in the ironic sense when you say love Narendra Modi?
Yes, in the platonic sense. Not in the contextual sense as it abounds today. But seriously, one politician you hate and one politician you love in India. And don't be diplomatic.
No, I'm not being diplomatic, but there isn't a single politician I hate. I think they're all challenges. I think some are more challenging than others.
Karan.
And I admire politicians, believe it or not. I admire
There's
politicians.
not one person within parliament or outside you hate. Are you trying to tell me you love every politician?
I don't know them well enough to hate them.
Ah, nice.
I mean, you have to know someone to hate them.
Which is one politician you love other than Advani?
I don't, once again, when you say other than Advani, you know, you're so good at the innuendo, in the charming way with your beautiful pearly white teeth, smiling, flashing, right? Sometimes I say that even a barracuda will probably kiss as nicely as you, right?
Okay, come back to the question.
I don't know politicians well enough to love them either. Look, the emotions of love and hate depend upon a certain knowledge of the person, unless you're simply talking about superficial likes and dislikes, which are meaningless.